Now, a few weeks ago, New Japan Pro Wrestling announced that one of their top stars in the past decade or so, Kazuchika Okada, and again, I apologize if I am butchering his name. I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just I'm not familiar with, New Japan Pro Wrestling. So for now, I just call him Okada. But Okada's contract, is coming up and ending on January 31st of this year. Hell, we're less than a week away from that contract running up, and therefore, Kazuchika Okada becomes the hottest free agent currently available in pro wrestling, which again opens up the tired conversation of, is he going to end up in WWE? Is he going to end up in All Elite Wrestling? Where is he going to end up? Where should he go? Where is he going to be better booked creatively? That sort of thing. And there are pros and cons to both companies. Because the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter how big of a fan you are of TNA Wrestling or AEW or how much you, quote-unquote, hate WWE, you have to admit, WrestleMania, WWE, Royal Rumble, that's the big stage. That's the big leagues. Wrestlers dream of working for that company, of being on that big stage in front of millions of people all over the world. That's how you get the recognition that you don't get elsewhere. And that's why WWE is ahead of the game. That's why they're the leaders in sports entertainment. You can't convince me otherwise. But they don't have the best track record booking Japanese wrestlers. Now, I think without Triple H in charge, that's going to change. That's been changing for quite a while. Akira Tozawa, again, I know it's a comedy gimmick, but it works. It's entertainment. There's nothing wrong with having Akira Tozawa be entertaining and funny, just like there's nothing wrong with having R-Truth be entertaining and funny. We got the Kabuki Warriors, who in my opinion are about to win the Tag Team Championships this Friday on SmackDown. Io Sky is the women's champion. Shinsuke Nakamura's character has changed drastically since Triple H took over. So again, it's just a matter of how you present him to the audience. And again, you're going to have to find a manager for Mr. Okada in WWE. And I'd like to say it'd be Paul Heyman, but he's currently counsel to the tribal chief. They're not moving him away from that unless they're going to abruptly end that storyline, which is not going to happen. So, again, pros, if Okada lands on WWE, he gets to pretty much compete at WrestleMania for the first time in his career, a big stage, much like Wrestle Kingdom in Japan, only this time it's on a global scale with WrestleMania. But there are rumors out there that WWE might sign him and send him to NXT, and that'd be one of the biggest misses possible for WWE. Because again, Okada does not need to go through the developmental system. Maybe he needs to train the WWE style. There's nothing wrong with that, but hey, if AJ Styles was able to get it, AJ Styles, phenomenal wrestler, no pun intended, was able to get it right off the bat, why not Okada? Why not a former New Japan Pro Wrestling IWGP World's Heavyweight Champion, main eventer, one of the most sought after performers currently in pro wrestling? So again, if Okada signs with WWE, give him the AJ Styles treatment, send him straight to the main roster, and give him a manager, because he's going to have difficulty in connecting with the audience. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if they're pairing up with Shinsuke Nakamura. That wouldn't be bad. That would not be bad at all. We'll just have to wait and see. But if they're going to send them to NXT, I'd say sign with AEW. And again, I know AEW has their own developmental system in Ring of Honor. And they had Ronda Rousey on Ring of Honor for some reason. I didn't understand that. It was just a one-off, apparently. Thank goodness. But Okada in AEW can be pretty damn good. It really can. I mean, we get to revisit, hopefully in the very near future, if he does something with AEW, we get to revisit Okada versus Omega, this time, excuse me, fully in AEW. You got Jay White, Adam Cole, MJF. You got the current champion Samoa Joe, Swerve, Hangman Adam Page. Again, WWE's current roster is stacked. AEW needs a few more names. Okada is not going to hurt AEW in the least. The only downside of Okada going to AEW, in my opinion, is that they haven't really figured out how to properly take advantage of star power. Or properly book someone as soon from the get-go. We saw it with Jay White. We're currently seeing it with Adam Copeland. Copeland's going after the TNT Championship. That's fine. But his star power, his aura, has diminished since his debut at WrestleDream. And that's something AEW needs to fix. If you ask me, I think if I'm Okada, I'm signing with WWE. And I'm asking to get a manager or being paired up with Nakamura so I can make my main roster debut on Monday Night Raw. No NXT. You want to train him under the WWE style? Okay. Send him a week, 2 weeks at a performance center and just have him do the drills of where the hard camera is, how to look at the, how to perform under the WWE style. That's all you got to do. Don't send them to NXT. It'd be too big of a disrespect and too big of a demotion to send them to NXT. As simple as that. My current money is on Okada going to WWE. But I would not be surprised if he ends up in AEW as well. And again, it's a win for either company. And it's a win for pro wrestling in North America and pretty much the entire world in its entirety. Because Okada is that damn good in the ring. So with that said, what are your thoughts? Where do you think Okada should end up? WWE, AEW, where do you think he will end up? Leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. In the meantime, tune in later on tonight to Access TV for another episode of TNA Impact Wrestling. TNA Wrestling is back, baby. I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.